Hey everyone, I decided to make an extra video this week because today I feel very inclined to discuss this topic. There's an attitude that many of us have when taking on the world, a very black and white construct of winning versus losing. Trying to make someone with an opposing worldview look stupid seems to be a strange perverted obsession with many of us on the internet. I'm not perfect, there have been times where I've been guilty of this. And you need to look no further than my YouTube comment sections to see this in its full effect. It makes me wonder, why is music, of all things, such a battleground for people? Why do we take it personally if our tastes don't line up with someone else? And I think sometimes we need to remind ourselves what the role of music is in our lives. You hear some people saying, I need music to survive. You don't. You need water, you need food, and some other basic necessities. Music is something that should be nothing more than a source of joy for you. Music is one of those things that makes life worth living. It's the cherry on the cake. It's the physical manifestation of these complex emotions that we all share. It's not a sport, it's not an election. There are no winners and there are no losers. Why are we so obsessed with tearing people down based on their opinions about something that really doesn't matter? There's a healthy sense of competition that's fostered in society, but it seems to have leaked into a non-productive place. I would encourage every single one of you to go out there and find that artist that you just don't care for at all. That artist that you got in a big fight about with some internet stranger, and hear their music with fresh and open ears, trying to find something beautiful within that art, as hard as it may be for you. Someone commented recently about how Slash is overrated. But so what if he is? So what if all the praise that we heap on him is totally undeserved? How does that affect you in any way whatsoever? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to sit back and enjoy a Guns N' Roses solo for what it is? It doesn't matter if somebody else does something different or better. If you can't find at least some redeeming quality in all music, I feel for you. What a sad way to experience the world. See, I used to carry around that little angry ball within me. That thing that told me that country music was for simpletons, that pop music was below me, that jazz music is for the mentally ill and science teachers. But that brought no good into the world and no positivity into my life. I realized this and slowly made the conscious decision to let it go. And I tell you, it feels so much better to walk around the world without that. I love being able to sit down with somebody who has a real passion for music and learn something about a style or artist that I don't necessarily prefer. As cliched as it sounds, maybe it would be nice to focus on what makes us the same and not what makes us different. There aren't a ton of people in this world who care enough about music to get in a long-winded argument about it. These people with that same passion as you, they're your allies. They're your peers. So why are you calling them an idiot? Why are you telling them that their music sucks? Trust me, there's something special about having a network of people who share similar interests but have differing views. When we get out of that self-reinforcing echo chamber, we grow as musicians and more importantly, we grow as people. And man, it just feels so much better to connect with someone than to beat them down. Now don't get me wrong, the world is full of valid things that are worth fighting for. There are good reasons to feel genuine animosity towards someone. Music is not one of them. I once met a guy and we got around to discussing a variety of social issues. It became quite clear early on that him and I were not going to see eye to eye on most things. If you've watched my videos, you probably have a decent idea of where I stand on most things, and let's just say he was the opposite. We could have just debated and argued the night away, getting nowhere, but before long we realized we both shared a real love of Johnny Cash, which ended up with us sitting around a piano singing Long Black Veil. And even though I'm a weird long-haired hipster doofus from Canada, aka the devil incarnate, we became friends. And because of that common ground that we shared, when we did get around to discussing politics and social issues again, I felt much more understanding to his side of things, and vice versa. It's not especially sensical or logical, but music does that. And hopefully, he doesn't see me and people like me like the goddamn Antichrist anymore. There's a lot of division in the world, but music can remind us that we're all humans that want happiness and joy for ourselves and the ones we love. Music has the power to bring people together, and never take that for granted because there's not a lot of things that can do that. I know this message is a little cliched and I'm sure somebody out there has said it better than I have, but I really felt like being a force of good in the world today. Next week I'll be up to my regular hijinks. I got a crazy music video coming out for you. Can't wait to share it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Samurai Guitarist and I will see you again next time.